inventory and maintenance. I've got inventory from sewer plant, water plant, so it's not fair to take out of the budget of the maintenance department.
But see, there you are talking about a position. See what I'm saying?
When we have a supervisor.
Yeah,
My duties are
but
to
that
take
is, that
inventory
is,
of all three
that would
plants.
be definitely a position. See what I'm saying? Because that doesn't fit in the maintenance department.
What we should have is each supervisor should be doing their own department and own inventory
That's true.
department. So that you know exactly, that supervisor should be able to say, okay, I need a pipe fit, and it's right over there in my department.
I tell you what,
Wayne shouldn't have to go to the maintenance department to get.
I believe what you're doing is,
This is states are.
I'm not saying I'm all correct. I'm saying what I've done has been completely legal according to statutes and our ordinance. Now, if you've got a problem with it and you want to do it, go to the Attorney General and ask him. I've already asked the League of Cities if I was right in doing this.
Right,
So,
right now,
Go to the
back up
Attorney
on
General, go to the Attorney General and say what you want to say here tonight and get this resolved once and for all. And if you take his word for it, okay? Just go ahead. I would, if I was sitting on a council and I thought that this mayor sitting over here did something illegal, I would already been to the Attorney General's office with it, but now,
That's
I
right, you
disagree
would
with
have, Carl,
you.
that's exactly right, you would have.
I-
This
I-
position, we're talking about his
That's not
position
a
you're talking.
position. That's a delegated duty that I can tell him to go out and wash a truck or do, and I picked the most qualified person I've got on this job to do that important function. And he saved the city money. He's made his salary twofold. And the mayor can promote, he can, as long as he stays in the budget and I amend the budget.
No, you're not,
And if you
you're
don't
not in
think
the
I'm not-
budget.
If you don't think I'm in the budget, I say, go to the Attorney General, let's not sit here and quibble
Okay,
over it.
we probably will do that.
And the
then.
man he's earned his money more so, and he's the best qualified man to do that job for the city. And if you all would just take time
That's
to
just
read
what I
that,
told
if
you.
you would just take time to read that proposal there for a warehouse specialist, then we'll declare the position. Then he'll have a legal position, and he can do the duties that he's doing now.
So he's not hired in as a warehouse specialist right now?
No, he's been delegated the duty to take over that, because we need someone in that function to, we're losing this equipment. You're sitting here talking about stuff being stolen and stuff, and I don't know who's stealing it, who's taking it home, like you said, and not using it. But it's missing, I know that, and the city is spending money, dollar after dollar, replacing equipment that's missing. Now, and we can sit here and discuss it all night long, but Frank Ross is doing the city a great job right now. and
Nobody said he wasn't.
What about the
he's
one that
saving the
doesn't
city.
have the driver's license, Carl? What's he doing for the city right now?
He's the best mechanic we got. He's doing the welding. He's fixing. You see these trucks that got these beacon lights working on them now? You see these trucks we had one truck that was running, had a spring shoved all the way through the back of the truck up through the bed. He's fixed that truck. Did you know that this boy could fix that garbage truck for us? He could repair that garbage truck, give him time and about $4,000. He could put that garbage truck in perfect shape, and I'd trust him. I'd drive it across any cliff around here.
That's not the point though, Carl, when you're talking about
But the city,
everything he's doing, nobody's saying he's doing nothing
No,
wrong.
it's not
At
that.
all. You keep bringing that up, that's
It's your
nobody's
leadership
saying it.
staying within the budget. This is our job.
I'm in the budget.
What-
I'm
You need to
sorry.
get
As far
your,
as you're doing a good job, Frank,
your,
you're doing a good job. That is not what we're
No, that's
discussing.
not what we're discussing.
We're discussing money and how we gotta pay for it. What are you gonna do at the end of the year if you don't have the money to pay them? You're going to lay them off.
We have
Maybe we need to have a warehouse
single
budget.
insufficient.
Because
Remember,
we've got an
Lorette-
internal theft problem, we've got stock, you're gonna restart doing
Well,
city water stuff, we need somebody
One
to
question I
monitor
wanna
all
ask
this
is, you keep
equipment.
telling me we've got stuff stolen, but yet you don't have an inventory, so how do you know what you got stolen?
He just said he had an
I've got
inventory.
everything in the
We
city.
didn't have the inventory before, but we were missing the tools that couldn't find to operate with. That's
How do
we
you
knew
know
they
you
were
even
stolen.
had them if you don't have an inventory?
No, because we were using them. They disappeared. They were just not there when we needed to use them. And another thing, Yvonne, you remember the last 4 months of the regime? You and I were on the council, and Miss Katina Haynes and I sat here and we tried to tell you, looking at these documents here, that hey, this don't come out to the front. If you use this, you'll be in the bank. And did you know during that period of time, 3 months, October, November, December, that this city issued $4,000 worth of checks that did not have money in the bank to cover them. It cost the city $4,000 in insufficient funds for checks at $35 a check for everyone that they carry. And we sit right here and try to explain that. But
Now, Carl, I disagree with you. We did not get reports of any of that. We did not know it, and I've got my papers. I could bring them to you. We had no unction of what was going on. We did not have it on the reports.
Jerry and I both caught it right here on one of these.
No,
financial
we did
statements.
not even know. We
Ask
didn't know.
Jerry. He saw it.
I'll bring you reports.
And we
They
talk
was-
about staying within the budget. The old budget has never, you show me the budget amendments.
Okay, now,
You have not done that? We had one, this mercury spill over here cost $60,000 or $70,000. Now, where is the amendment for that? There's no way that we stayed within the budget.
no, they weren't.
Other departments,
Right here.
no budget amendments have been made.
But
for
I'm telling you,
repair.
They've not been used
we're
since
not above the budget. I'm
You weren't
telling
here
you
when they
that.
were.
You can look on that financial.
Now, this comes from your budget and from your, I got a report from Robin of what people's salary was here, so it's come, I didn't make these
Okay.
figures up.
Now, we tried to change this because of the amendment you're talking about. Our auditor, he said, listen, you guys you're working yourself to death. You can simplify the budget by, instead of putting line items in there, you could use it all in general fund monies could be used in general fund. That's a maintenance, the police, all of those funds can be used in general fund. And you wouldn't have to itemize everything that you spend the money for in general fund. If you that system, he said that's perfectly legal.
Why we went around the world saying that we could not afford a pecker when we could. Because it's put in general fund, paid here, there, and it should, I still say that should be in a different fund.
What?
$233,000 account should suffice for its own account.
Okay, you look at, see, the biggest, one of the largest draws on our money is it doesn't turn in one dime to the city of Cumberland. That's the police department. So all the funds that come in through the general fund has to pay the police department. I mean, and it's legal. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as we show you where the money comes in from and where it goes out to. And that's what we're doing right here on this production report. You get it at least every month. We've got to give it to you every 3 months.
Well, and two, when we get a report 10,000,
Okay, now that's
put
another,
10,000 put in each account.
okay.
That's not right, because one, you're not gonna have 10,000 for each department. It's gonna be, we want to see the correct payroll that's going out for each department.
All this money is transferring from one account to another, and that's just,
It's hard to track like that.
There's a payroll account here showing how much went to the police department, how much went to the maintenance department, how much went to water, how much went to sewer, and it's broken down. It don't have John Jones and how much he got, but it's got the
But
total.
that's what we basically need
Well,
to operate.
you're getting it every time you ask for it, we give it to you. I think they give it.
But it'd be
several
good to get
times.
every month without it.
this budget that you submitted to us to look over.
That's it there. That's a proposed budget. You can
That's a
change it any
proposed-
way you want to.
Well, we don't have any choice but to change it because of the increases in some of them. I mean, professional fees, you took in $6,000 last year,
Here we got
and it jumps up
9,000.
to 12,500.
What
What justifies that?
are you talking
That's
about now?
not an accurate account
No,
for
it's
what
not.
that department.
We pay $15,000 a month on the insurance, and that's part of it right there.
Employment insurance, zero.
Well, that's what they're offering. What's the department?
Yeah.
What which department?
Administrative.
And none on the
No
reports do we
unemployment
show that we've had
That's
$30,000
not what I'm
almost in
saying.
unemployment insurance.
Professional fees in the administrative department. How you gonna go from 6,000 to 12,500?
Well, we pay the auditors
We didn't agree to an auditor.
$6,500. You don't have to. We have to have an auditor. That's, hey, that again, I'm the mayor.
I
I'll
thought
do
that
my
that-
job,
I
and
thought
that's
that
part of
that
my
auditor
job.
was $1,500.
It's $6,500
Well, when
for the
did that
year.
come
Going
out?
up.
Because the contract
We
said
paid him.
$1,500.
But it doesn't say auditor.
That's the payment.
Professional fee.
That was the down payment to get him started.
Let's look at this.
And another thing on this budget here, I'm not seeing anything about the garbage right here. Where's this garbage fund coming in at? Does anybody
It's
see
on
that?
the paper, it went into the water department.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. How can we track and know what we can spend on a
You
packet?
Look in the water
If we
department,
don't
you'll see
get the
where it comes
figures.
back, where we transfer it back to the sewer, back to the general.
Yeah, but transferring, but we want to see the actual, not transferring, but the actual figures. Here we got the payroll department payroll coming out of each department, 9,000. We know that it's not equal 9,000. We want to see what we're spending for employee costs, for guys for each department. We want a breakdown of each department to the penny. But we're not getting that.
Yeah.
I tell you, you're just, I believe you're asking for too much. You've got a complete, accurate, and honest budget
No
right there
way.
in your hands. But you want to just see the checkbooks? Would that be better for you, just to see the checkbooks?
Yeah, that would
You
be
want to,
good.
hey, we can start
We
sitting.
got police cars on here for $12,000. Do we still owe for the police cars?
I thought
They
we
were
was
supposed to have been paid for.
Who said that?
Paid for in
You
3
said
months.
3 months.
No, I never said
No.
that.
Okay.
I never said
I
that.
guess we can add on another.
I said
12,000.
9 months, and that was about 4 months ago, 5 months
Somebody
ago.
on just recently said
But
2
you,
3 months.
you will be over the budget in your maintenance department. It's 8 employees. We don't need 8 employees in the maintenance department. There's no way.
You got, fire department went from $26,000 up to $49,000.
We pay them every month.
You can't explain, there should be a cover sheet explaining why you're increasing these amounts. What happened that's going to increase it?
Look up there where you had wages for the police department.
I'm on
They're
the
not
fire
in,
department.
okay, I mean, for the fire department, what are the wages for the fire department? They're not in, are they? We took the wages off of that and put it down with the normal expenses. That's why it's
It
saying,
says year-to-date total, 26,365. What you come up right here is the totals.
okay, that's.
And then you wanna increase it to 49,000. I just wanna know why.
Well, that's.
I don't wanna authorize money that I'm gonna be responsible for that can land us all in jail.
Hey, just change it the way you see fit. I mean, you.
It's like the
Well,
maintenance
actually,
department.
we was
If you
gonna
got a
do
maintenance
that. I
department, he
think,
should get credit
David
for
has a
all that
planned
that's in
meeting.
his department and not take it out and put it in the water.
Instead
And
of
that got
talking
bumped
about it,
'cause-
instead of speaking about it, we need to get done, and get that budget approved.
Yeah.
Either way you want it.
I think them,
Robin
yeah,
is-
I think some of these things need to be took down.
Listen, all the mayor does is make a proposal. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, there it is, do what you
Road
want
work,
to with it, you know.
30,000,
Yeah.
wages, 15,000. That's all it says is wages, 15,000 on the municipal
We
road.
actually was gonna have a workshop, about 2 Mondays ago, got knocked out. So we can maybe plan on
That
one
was
of those.
because
Hey, you
two
guys
of the
can have a
council members
workshop
weren't
anytime you
notified.
want to. You can use the city hall. You can
Well,
go down the
we
library.
won't talk about that. One of them is supposed to
Walk
be.
up the street.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have.
I guess that's it.
Well,
Is
our-
there a motion to adjourn?
No,
You wanna
wait
go-
a minute, I've got, yeah, council comments, I've got a comment.
Okay, the next thing then would be, council comments.
Okay.
Barrett, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. I have just a couple of questions. I went on a mission to find some water meters that we were told in a couple of meetings that we had, that we don't have, because I went up to the water department, because I knew when the Division of Water was here, that I didn't see any while I was up there or at the sewer plant. So I went up there thinking that Mr. Miller had given us some between the time that of the tour and the council meeting. And I requested some records and got them. So I know the Tri-City Utility Board has not bought any meters for the city of Cumberland, and I know Harlan County Fiscal Court hasn't. And so did Paul Miller, I need to find out if Paul Miller actually gave us some meters that's supposed to be up at the water department or not.
Should be at the sewer plant.
Well, they're not. So,
Well, I don't know what happened
Do
to
you have
them.
any idea?
I asked Chris about it too, and he said that they never.
That's when
was
Mark
one
Lewis
left
was
there.
here when those were
that was
brought up.
Chris.
well, no, that I was told that we were told in the meeting that Paul Miller gave this city like 130 or 200 meters, and that they were at the water
It's when
department.
they were working working on the Blairs.
Well, they might have
thing
took them
there.
out and put them in the.
But
water
that-
line.
but that's
They-
not
they-
our
they-
meter.
that's all part
So
of it.
when people
Right.
made connections, you could just get the meter and go put it in.
Well, the thing is, the
Everybody's
point,
hooked up now, so I guess
well,
they
the point
can
I'm
do
trying to make is, did Paul Miller give the city of Cumberland for the city of people water meters or not? And,
Well, see, the reason I questioned what happened to them is because those meters could have been took and put at somebody's house or something with no record of them.
well, there's no record of them being purchased for the city
They
of
were
Cumberland.
they were part of a grant whenever they done that extension.
Well, there's no record of it.
It was in the newspaper, I believe. We could probably go back and
No,
find it there,
no,
too.
it was said that Paul Miller gave the city of
Paul Miller
Cumberland.
can't give you anything.
Well, that's what, I'm just trying to clarify. Please. I'm just trying to clarify, because it was said that he did.
No, we've
Well-
been buying meters. We just bought 12 just 2 months ago.
Right.
Because we were completely out.
Well, the meters that were up there had been pulled, and those had been tagged to be used elsewhere. So then, anyway, so Paul Miller didn't give the city of Cumberland
No, not for
meters.
our
Okay, I just want to
personal use.
clarify
No,
that.
not for our personal use. That's
Right.
not what,
Well-
what I said.
But you think they might have been stolen?
Yeah, it
I
was.
just said
Pardon
they
me?
were there.
I mean,
Well, I assumed because they weren't there, they were stolen, because if he'd given the city 130 meters to use for the city, and they were gone. Where are they?
They might have been put in place. Where they
So
were
part of
supposed to.
them were, I think about 70 to 90 of them were.
Well, now I
supposedly.
know that there's a project that happened in Blair and at Clover Lake.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, well, that's not what was said in the meeting. That's
That's
not
what
what
I
I was
said.
led. No, ma'am, you didn't. I'm
Well,
sorry.
anyway.
But anyway, and that
You're
leads me
okay.
to another, it's like opening a Pandora's box.
Yeah, I don't think.
When you order records and you see things, how far is the project as far as completion is the interconnect?
There, I say within, I don't know, supposed to be within a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks?
I'd say, I'm guessing, I go to the meetings, but
We're waiting on pumps to come in from.
Well, I start saying, if you'd like me to address what I know, or would you like for me to pass?
Well, no, I've just got some questions.
Well,
And
ask some
I-
questions and I'll see if I
Okay.
can answer.
So you think it'll be a couple of weeks before they're?
We're waiting on pumps right now, and we have one pole that's not been set because KU has not set that pole yet. Now, we didn't have a meeting today, so I don't know if there's any more advance from that. But the plan was to have that finished by this month. But right now it's on hold because we're waiting on pumps, right, David?
Yes, that's the same thing I was informed of.
So,
Well, then my next question will be, what's going to happen once it's completed? What's the next?
once it's completed, right now, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna try to keep the thing going because it is important to the community. It will have to be active. So, we just have to see how far it's gonna advance, but it will have to be in place in order to keep the thing functioning. Because
Okay.
somebody has to be responsible for it running and
Well,
you have
that
to make
gives,
sure everything's took care of, because you've got those 3 stations that you've got to take care of, 2 stations.
two pump stations,
Yeah.
and so,
Yeah.
well, that's another question. Once those are, the lights flipped on or whatever for those, who's going to pay the electricity bill for
Well, that's
that?
something we have to talk about with the cities and the mayors whenever we figure out how. Right now, the one at Benham is gonna be thinking about leaving that like a trickle. See, that's one reason we went down to Frankfurt, was to discuss with Division Water and all them as to what's going on. And they gave us some highlighted things that hopefully after the next meeting we have, we'll be able to address the council with what that progress is.
Okay,
on
so
that.
like- So who would be responsible for the electricity and all that?
Yeah, well,
And what
in the
about-
early stages, if Mr. Hatfield, you will remember, won't you, Carl, that we talked about maybe having the cities to combine and pay for that a little bit, but we don't know. We might be able to have enough money left to do it as a board, pay it each month.
And we
But it's
discussed
gonna be
that.
minimal.
we discussed that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a county project. I think the county should pay for that. Anyway, that's another thing we'll have to discuss, but the biggest expense that's gonna be left with that entire project is the water.
That was
The
going to be my
water's
next
in the
question.
line. It's gonna have to be flushed. I don't know how often it has to be flushed to make it pure. because,
One time a month.
Well, I've read, when I was looking and ordered the records and stuff, it takes 3 to 4 days to flush the line. And it has to run for 3 to 4 days.
Well, it depends on
And that
what
has
the
to-
line is.
and that has
The
to
line
clean
they're-
it.
The line that the engineer's putting in now is a small line. It's about like a tube, like that. And that wouldn't be like a trickle. In other words, it wouldn't have to be run that long.
Now, that's
See
a
what I'm
large
saying?
amount of water. That's
So-
volume-wise, that's a
Yeah.
large amount of water. And which city is gonna be providing that chlorinated, that treated water to go
It's gonna be coming from Lynch.
out of Looney Creek?
It's gonna, yeah.
And it's,
And I mean, they'll be the ones responsible for providing
Well, that's why we've got to work out, but I mean, it's a Tri-City community thing. It is not a county project. It is a Tri-City. It is
I'm just trying to find out who is gonna have, who's gonna be paying for the water treated.
Well,
The water that's treated, and where's the water coming from? And then again, can the leaks, and it's not just Cumberland, the leaks in the line that we have now, can Benham, Lynch, and Cumberland's water lines, support that with the leaks that that's now?
yeah, right now it can support it. Right now, the way it's set up, it can support it.
Well, it's things
For the
that we have to
stations.
work out. It's just,
It's a whole lot to work out yet. I mean, it's just in the early stages.
Well,
The main thing, the whole thing with this project is Cumberland, Benham, and Leach working together to supply one another emergency water in a crisis. It may never happen, but the one time it does happen, it's going to be a valuable service. You sell it to the other city.
but what if
That's
the
the
water's
main
been
thing.
sitting in that pipe for 30 days when they needed it, and it's not treated? What would they do? Have to wait until they flush
No,
that whole line out?
that's not going to happen.
That's one of the questions I was
That's the
gonna
reason
ask
you
on.
have to watch those gauges and all. You have to go in those houses and check the water. You got to check the water. You have to run tests on 'em. You can't just open it up and run it.
I was just trying to find out where
Yeah.
the city of Cumberland's going to be once that's finished,
Well, it's going to
and be financially,
it's
since
going
we're
to
talking
be all
about
three
finances.
cities combined to do it. Take all three cities, just like the project's taking all three cities.
Anybody have anything else? Carla, is that all you had?
That's all I had.
Yvonne, you got any?
I have one thing. I have some people, one of them was a business person, and I never asked her, but I tell her name, so I won't. But several people have called me and complained because they can't come in here at lunch hour because they are a business and they take their lunch and they come in here and the place is closed. Then when they get off, close their shop, y'all are closed. There's nobody in here during lunchtime, numerous complaints.
Oh,
Change
gosh,
the
They
yeah, I've heard
cannot
that.
pay their bills anymore.
Change the ordinance, okay?
Huh?
Make an ordinance. Amend the ordinance.
I didn't know we had an ordinance.
Do we have
closed
an
at
ordinance?
lunchtime.
Personnel ordinance.
Says we close here at 12 o'clock. Go get me a
Well,
copy of it,
I
Robin, so
didn't
we
know
can
that.
change
I've
it.
never seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you got a copy of
It's
it?
the ordinance they never followed, I don't know why it would matter.
Have you got a copy of it?
Well, just change the ordinance or whatever.
Well, I mean, I can't
Can we
change
need
something,
to
I don't know what
copy
it
it
looks
first?
like.
Don't you have a copy of the ordinance? I thought we
Or the
did.
personnel ordinance?
I tried to get one.
The personnel
I
ordinance
tried to get one.
that states it has to be, I have always been against this, and me and Carl's been around with this, that no business should be closed at lunch hour. I mean, I've never heard that. I mean, we're here to serve the people, and if we can't be here to collect their money and make it easy for them, then it's pretty sorry.
Ain't nothing about that.
Well, now, we have something in this book, if you're talking about
Personnel ordinance.
What time is it?
in there, but
The hours, look in the index and get the,
I got to go.
Hours of.
But now, that's something we need to do. We
We
don't
do
need
need
to
to
close
copy
this
that
place.
ordinance when you guys can
We
get
do not need to close this
My
place
son's
at
going to
lunchtime.
work and then we got a cake waiting, so I got to go.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Let's take time and sing happy birthday to
Oh, Lord, no, you're not doing that.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
No, anyway.
This says straight 8-hour shifts. They're not saying about when they have to take lunch. It just says they have to have one.
yeah, work from 8 to.
But now I've had several people
Hours.
call me.
Oh,
They said, you know, if you're a business person in this town, how do you pay your bill in City Hall?
I've had some angry people talk to me about it, like it's my, like I need it.
For anybody, any business that, is, I mean, I'm not there,
Rotate those
it
lunches.
is a hardship. It's just like this, we've changed our hours recently, and I thought, I don't know how to work in public, to see if it's gonna take care of any business.
I got mine in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it.
Well, somebody might want to come in and see your smiling face. So that's the reason I wanted to.
They still alive. If they smile at me, I smile at them. And
But anyway, I told him I would bring it up, and I said, I agree with you 100%. Should never happen that way. They should be open the whole time to serve the public. That's what we're here for.
That's right, more money for us.
But you didn't know ordinance there, and all that.
It's in the,
Well,
there's no ordinance to put it in. It's
I
already
need to see an ordinance to put it in.
Give them the pay, just make amend it, 395, what's ordinance number 395?
Why don't we just make a motion for right now till we can find an ordinance, cause
I mean, it says right here, flexible hours may be scheduled for employees if approved by the department head or a mayor.
That would be great.
So that's-
Checks or whatever off. It's simple.
Yeah,
well, that's true, but
Dropbox.
some people come in and pay cash too, you know what I'm saying, at lunchtime,
But most people use check.
yeah. But,
Oh,
well, like my
we have a
mother-in-law,
lot
honey,
of
you
cash.
never would've got a check out of her, it was money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She could put it in an envelope.
Yeah, but how do you know you're gonna get credit for it?
There's 3 people sliding under the door there.
Yeah, but,
I know, that's,
Anyway,
that goes to show you
that's
how
not
we're
right.
not taking care of
We
our
need a
customers.
Dropbox out here.
no, we need to
We
be
need to
open.
open. Yeah. So, the ordinance states that we don't have to,
Cause the mayor can set it.
okay.
Oh, but you don't get.
Carl, it's still going back on you now, buddy.
Oh, that's not what we're saying, ma'am,
can't
for
just
them not to
rotate
have
it.
lunch.
I'm
Do it.
I'm satisfied.
Just rotate it. That's how we do our work.
I like to have
Go.
know
Set
when the
schedule.
the employees are here, you know, I know when they're here and when they're not here.
So
And
when-
Well, you gotta trust your employees.
I do trust my
Yeah.
employees.
But,
Well, they have a clock, a time clock, as far as that goes, to clock out for lunch, so, I mean, you know, keep the place open. I mean,
The administrative office is the only office that's.
Straight hours.
Yeah.
It says straight 8-hour shift, so it says 8 to 5, which is not 8 hours, that's 9 hours.
It's 1 hour lunch.
I
Somewhere
did
you
see,
can
I
follow.
did see something in there
I saw
too
something about lunch one time.
that you get 4 hours off, paid to go vote.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, y'all get that? Cool.
But anyway, I guess my
4 hours
question
to go
is,
vote.
are you gonna keep the place open? 'Cause can I tell these people that yes, the mayor's more than happy to keep the place open during lunchtime?
Carl, you may as well
That's a
give
big
in.
hesitation.
Okay, I tell you what, you tell me what hour that they can go to lunch.
Okay,
That's not my place.
No,
I'm not.
okay, let's, if we can,
I don't want one going at 12, one going at 1, one.
What's wrong with it?
okay,
Why don't you
let's
just have
make a
one of them?
suggestion at 2 at 12 and 1 at 1.
Okay,
And one
or
at 1.
11:30, 2 at 11:30, and, or 1 at 11:30, and 2 at 12:30,
Good,
or something like that.
yeah.
Well, just, however, I mean, just so it's open.
Robin, what do you think about that?
And then maybe rotate it.
I'd like,
Saying like
Robin, would,
might go
I mean,
11:30
does that, those hours
No,
sound good to you
I'll
all?
say
Just
that.
said it or.
We'll say that.
Yeah,
Make us-
That's
We'll-
right.
we'll-
But
we'll
just
see.
keep, all we're
That's how
asking
we
is just
do
keep
it.
the doors open.
We'll keep it open.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, City Hall is here for public, they're not here for the
Never close the
sale.
business on lunch hour.
We're here for the public.
We never failed to accept a check yet.
Yeah, you have. Lunchtime, when nobody's in here.
We-
Only Carol would have thought that.
They'll eventually get them, Carolyn.
But you know what, we have a lot of old people
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
cannot
I
get
know,
out.
I'm one of them people, I get out certain time.
And they can't get out, they have to get rides to town, and, you know, we have to be
There's one
considerate.
lady down River Road calls me and I go down and pick it up.
We do that all the time.
Well, this lady called me, she said, Carolyn, I just don't know what to do. She said, I went down there, she said, I'm telling you, it's really a hardship when you work and run a business, and you run down there and they're closed, and you can't get away the rest of the time because you're the only one there. I said, I can well understand, I will tell them.
You didn't have anything or you did?
I just wish we could do something with the dogs in the other section. They're back.
Yeah, they're
Well,
back.
my neighbors even told me that he come and got some, and, they're running the same ones. I don't know if somebody's let them out and they come right back, I just, yeah.
Let me address that a little bit.
Go right ahead, Wayne, thank you.
Hopefully,
Thank you.
hopefully, and the mayor, I don't know how you talked to him the other day.
Oh.
They brought another guy back,
Uh-huh.
they had laid off, but he's back now, so they have two of them. He has sort of promised me and the mayor up there the other day that he would try to come up here 2 times a week.
I hope so, because now
And he,
I was outside the yard
if somebody will make
yesterday.
us a list of
Yeah.
what we need is, if you would call us, the police department, or call down here, tell us the hours that these dogs go through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause if he gets up here at 4 o'clock, they make their rounds.
Right,
7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
But now he reports to work at 7:30, 7:30 every morning now, so it gives us a little advantage getting up here to catch them early in the morning before everything gets.
right.
Oh, they hang out at the end of,
Oh, yeah, you know, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
at New York Road down there where the,
Yeah.
Indian Hill.
Yeah.
They're about there, about
Yeah.
4:30 every afternoon.
I was outside
Well,
yesterday. Yeah. I went out to move back my car into the yard, and here come one of the 3 that runs together in
Yeah.
that pack.
Mhm.
And here come one, and I went shoot it, and it growled and come after me.
Oh, no, they're getting
Yeah.
aggressive now.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 of them I know in New York, Texas.
Yeah,
are
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah. And you know what we've been through, because you've been there before.
But that's the plan that they told us last week.
Can I ask one question? Can I have a minute of yours?
Sure.
Something I forgot, I'm sorry.
Sure. That's all I
He
had.
reminded me
And I
of
just
it.
thought of
What
that.
is, the law about these, golf carts running up and down the highway
We didn't have
with no lights or anything on?
We didn't pass
Golf
it.
cart.
Golf carts.
Yeah, I've been seeing them too.
They're aggravating us to death.
Where?
Up on my street.
On your
They
street.
come on this highway.
I mean,
That's the
kids.
one
That's talking about ATVs, are
No, I'm
No,
talking about golf carts.
Real, I mean,
I don't know that.
They're, in a certain way, they're against the law, but the city can pass an ordinance.
Well, but we went through that.
They are running up and down the road.
They-
I went,
you all went through that.
one night, this time
Yeah,
of
oh,
night,
God, yeah.
I went around the curve and there was a bunch of
Remember that,
kids
so
on
we
one of
did
the
that was the
things.
first
And
3
if
minutes.
I hadn't have been paying attention while I was doing
Get
it,
one.
I'd have hit them.
He treated
Give us a call, we'll go up there, and if we don't ride with people, we'll confiscate the golf cart. We can't confiscate golf cart.
I'll call you because now it's getting dangerous.
And if a kid gets hit on, it's too
Yeah, there's
late.
4 or 5 kids hanging off of this one. I don't know whose they are.
So if I need to call somebody about the dogs, do I call you or do I
Call us, and
call
then we'll
you?
get a hold of him. Maybe we'll get
Okay.
a hold of it faster if you'll call
All
us
right.
and let us.
And Carl is right, because I forgot Carl lives right around the corner.
Yeah, they,
Around her house
She's
before
been-
talking to-
and you
It's
remember when
awful.
they chased Miss Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They chased Miss Williams?
Yep. Like I say, that one growled at me last night whenever I went outside, and I was just trying to shoot it, and it'd come after me.
Wayne
That
came.
dog warden has
Yeah.
also left the maintenance a dog cage, so if we can help, we
Yeah,
will.
well,
If
that's
you
a-
let us
that's an
know,
idea.
We'll get the
Yeah.
cage
Uh-huh.
down there.
But
when we
these
get
same
'em,
ones, when the
he'll come
neighbors say
take
they
'em
come
from the
got them,
cage.
but they're.
Well, now,
they're
wait a
back
minute,
again,
Ross, what do you
so-
think with
Is it the same
dog cage
Same
car?
dogs.
Just to-
Because of
okay.
the strays, he had us
don't.
bait it in a
Yeah,
couple
they would
places,
take
that
off.
way he didn't
So
have
I
to.
Jack
don't
of
know
all
if
trades, ain't you, Frank?
Get some in, he comes after him, so.
Well, now, last year they
That
tore
has
one
the
up.
dogs, or who?
They'd set
I
it
don't
up
know.
on
I
New
don't know
York
who they
Hill,
belong
didn't they?
to.
Jen, didn't
I
you
don't
tell
have
me
a clue
that?
who they belong to.
Hey,
And there's one
cage
girl lives
been
at the
paid,
end of the
it's
street
been
from
covered.
us that's,
Yeah, that's-
in a mobile
yeah.
home. And at one time, Humane Society should have been calling on her, you probably, yeah, because she's had. Yeah.
See that,
Yeah.
Then they'll get them back.
Yeah.
Is it your Jerry Williams?
Yes.
Is it a house right down there, about 2 houses down from him?
on the right
Oh, no,
side,
they've got, yeah, no, they've got like a bunch of little chihuahuas and stuff. These are like big old dogs. These
These are out on
these
the
are like
Mesa
pit bulls.
Street.
These
yeah,
like
they
pit
are,
bull kind
they
of
are,
dogs.
they are.
Yeah, yeah. They're like pit bulls is what I.
And it
I
seems
mean,
like they disappear for a while and then they come back.
Yeah, like I say, and then they're back.
There's somebody's dogs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's sad, but
And like I
something
say,
needs to
one
be
of them's got a
done.
call. The other one's done, so.
Well,
Yeah,
it was summertime, wasn't it? Last year, late summer, and they chased Miss Williams.
Well, and that's what Jim and I had come to a council meeting.
Yeah,
the time
that's,
before,
it was around that
and
time.
they attacked our dog
Mhm.
that was on
I
a
remember
leash in our backyard, and Wayne came over at that time.
They-
I was
Three
50
big
tired.
dogs killed a little poodle over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like I say, when they come in my yard on my dog and attack it, it's on a leash with its tags, and then that's, yeah. Yeah, but those dogs, I think they're gone, those, we never did see those back, so, yeah.
I saw one that looked like it, though, down at the end of Helton Street.
Oh, gosh.
I did.
Don't tell me that, Carl.
I did.
David, did you have anything?
I had just a couple of things. I had heard a report that there was an employee that had to use vacation time when his immediate family member was in the hospital, and I just wanted to read the part out of the personnel manual. An employee may use up to 5 sick days in the event of serious illness in the employee's immediate family. The immediate family for these purposes shall be deemed to include the parents, spouse, children, brothers, and sisters, in any case the immediate in-laws. All foreseeable leave for such purposes shall require specific prior written approval of these departments head and the mayor. I just wanted to read that in case that had happened. I don't know if it happened. I just heard that it had happened. One other thing is I had a citizen that wanted me to ask about the service charge and what exactly the service charge was for.
On the water and sewage,
Yes,
it's to pay the bond debts.
bond debts.
Yeah.
And the whole $7 is for bond debts, or is it
One's
$6?
for, $1 for sewage and $6 for
Water.
KI.
Back in 94.
6 for water, 1 for sewage. So none of that goes to the fire department.
No,
right?
no.
Okay, and one other thing I had, and this may be trivial to some, but it just kind of bothered me, is this was in our boxes, and I think it's up on the door. Is the police department, it has listed 589-2105, which goes to dispatch. Then it has 589-2314, which some people know goes directly to the police department, and it just kind of scares me that somebody's going to see that 2314 and call repeatedly to the police department without calling 2105 in a serious emergency. And somebody may end up getting hurt, somebody may be getting broke into, and keep calling that number, and the police department out on another call and not going to know if that person's calling. So I just felt like, I don't know if these numbers were posted on TV or if they were just posted on this memo that we got, but I feel like maybe that 2314 should be taken off or noted that that's just for clerical purposes.
And what number is that one?
589-2314.
But where's it
Well,
go?
I
It
would like
goes
to
straight
know
to the police department.
why complaints, I mean, why are we dishing out complaints to the different departments instead of right here in City Hall?
'Cause it's
Where
so
it
much-
can be took care of.
Like Wayne says now, if he wants to get, he would know when that dog catcher's coming up here. Like a water department, they would know what
But
to
you
do about
cannot. I have called the water department, I have called the maintenance department,
it.
no answer.
Now we
No
say-
answer.
We've got
No
When
answer.
somebody's getting murdered,
somewhat
they call
better
it number over
telephone
and over.
system now. We've got the phones where, if they have to step
Well,
outside of the office, they gotta carry.
If they're out working, they're
No
not gonna
answer.
be
I'm
up there.
telling you, I called this
But
week,
this-
no
we
answer.
just got them in place like
Well,
this
I
week.
just called them,
And
no answer.
one other thing on this list, and again, this may seem
I think it's
trivial, but
ridiculous we don't take complaints at
it
City
has
Hall.
911 for the fire department, and we've sit and discussed it, the previous councils discussed it. If we call 911, it goes to KSP. KSP then in turn has to dispatch Harlan. Harlan then dispatches the fire department. That 2 or 3 minutes could save a child's life, could save a person's life.
That's right.
So the direct number, I feel like, to the fire department should be put on there, not 911. Yes, 911 is good, but it goes through 2 dispatching centers before it makes it to the person it needs to make it to.
That's because of the radios. I think you're aware of the fact that the fire department has a different radio than the police department.
Right, we cannot, no, we have no communication with the fire department, none at all.
The frequency's different, you can't
Different
turn.
radios,
The
different
different
systems,
radios,
everything.
and that was the grant I worked on.
Different everything, we cannot talk to
Which
them.
Oh my gosh, that's been going on
Quick
since I was on
people
council last
approved
time.
the-
We need new radios.
Proposal, so hopefully they'll approve the grant.
So you're saying the fire department's number needs to be on that?
Yeah. I think that's all I
I
have.
sure don't agree that complaints should be going to different offices.
Is that your report, Wayne? Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Were we gonna read this?
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
$3.90.
Yeah. We have to submit a Now, the money, it's not in this ordinance, but we will bring it, we will use the money to improve the part of that garbage packer. That, but I haven't designated that yet. But we need to send a copy of this resolution with our application for the severance tax money, or they call it severance tax money.
We may improve the garbage.
I mean, we're
I caught
gonna,
that
the one
too.
we got, the old one.
We're gonna work on
I thought we were
it,
gonna
and we've
do
already got the
that.
other one ordered, haven't we?
It'll be, yeah, and that's another thing. Everett's will be here tomorrow to pick up the little dumpsters. Solid Waste will be here Friday in case we need him to get the big dumpsters, unless we got the loaner, but then I think we might get it Thursday.
Good.
Supposed to get the loaner Thursday. It's what it
Thursday or
said.
Friday. Thursday or Friday is
Friday.
what they told us,
And
yeah.
I always expect it 2 or 3 days later.
Well, call him and tell him, say, hey, Friday morning.
Well, if something should happen, we don't get it, Solid Waste will pick up the 3 large ones, one at Bridhaven, at the college, and Hardee's.
Okay, good.
But then Everett's will be over here tomorrow and Friday, if we need them, Friday. Yeah.
Everett can pick up the one in Bridhaven.
Huh?
Everett can pick up the one in Bridhaven.
Can they?
Yeah.
Now, that's, okay, they didn't have a problem with that last time?
No, they're the same size as the one we got on the lot.
Where's, we got 3 big ones or 2 big?
College and parties.
Okay. Okay, well, I thought they had a problem with that one down there. Okay, that's
No, they
good
picked
then.
it up before. They're the same size as the one we got on the lot. We got ours.
Well, they'll be here tomorrow, so they can get it tomorrow.
Stanley, when we get our new garbage packer, can you give us a monthly maintenance report and a gas report and all that stuff? Can you do that? Because we want to make sure that this is kept up to, the maintenance is kept up on it.
I'll say something about the maintenance on that truck. A lot of the times when I go buy something for that truck, on the purchase order, it just says maintenance. Okay?
Uh-huh.
It don't say garbage truck. And that's where a lot of the confusion came from on the money. Transmission fluid or antifreeze, and even for H&T tire, when I take them a purchase order, it says maintenance.
That's where you're going to give us a report, a monthly report from here on out.
And I didn't realize that I needed to put garbage truck.
Yeah, Okay.
Tell us what that money
Well, that
is.
still don't count for $6,000, Stanley.
No,
Well, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
because I couldn't even find $6,000 in the whole maintenance thing for the whole year. That's from the fiscal year.